for prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really?
Crawford or Mayweather.
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually taking more in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter.
His basics are solid. His fundamentals are solid. He's strong. He's physical. He's moved up and become, solid at a heavier weight than when he started in his career. He's grown into. He's got great experience.
Some people believe Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest defensive fighters of all time. Yet rumors swirl in the boxing world that he doesn't want to face Terence Crawford. Experts worry that Mayweather, now retired and past his prime, would risk his reputation and health by stepping in with Crawford, who is known for his devastating offense, sharp timing, and ability to adjust to any opponent. Many argue Mayweather should never take Crawford's challenge because it's simply too dangerous.
Or he's way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, now that was a big take. And of course, he's fought both of them.
Yeah, he would know.
So that was a big take. But
not
yes,
really.
I
He
think
lost to
so.
both of them. Not for people who watch boxing. No, that's not. No.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we sent that Terence Crawford some love, because he also talked a lot that night about how people underestimated him and thought, because people didn't really. He doesn't have the biggest star power, that he wasn't going to win the fight, and he definitely took that home. So congratulations to him. Now
The what?
He doesn't have the biggest star power.
Oh, no.
Yeah, people were he was saying that people were underestimating him because of that.
When Floyd Mayweather Jr. left professional boxing, he carried a perfect 50-0 record. Many consider Terence Crawford one of the finest all-around boxers today, and he too remains unbeaten. A multi-division world champion known for his versatility, ring IQ, power, and switch-hitting style, Crawford sits at the top of his weight classes. As long as he continues to dominate, comparisons, theories, and debates about who would win in their primes will keep growing.
Crawford on Saturday has not only become the pound-for-pound #1 fighter, I honestly believe that he surpasses now Floyd Mayweather as the best fighter of this generation. That's what I believe.
If that was the goal by Floyd, to be undisputed, then he would have chased undisputed. He chased champions until he became the money draw.
Do you know that Floyd never unified any of the divisions he fought in?
Because he never had to with a draw. He just didn't have to. He done the hard work in getting there.
Terence Crawford started out his boxing career as a lightweight, and now he's gone up to super middleweight and become the undisputed super middleweight champion, beating a guy like Canelo, who, listen, previously, man, he was wreaking havoc through that division. And Terence Crawford's just gone out there and taken the belt off him with, let's be honest, relative ease.
Legendary 3-division champion Shane Sugar mostly stirred debate when he suggested Crawford might have an edge over Floyd Mayweather, at least against certain versions of him. Mostly highlighted Crawford's strength, speed, and ability to switch guards, saying these traits give him unique attacking angles and dangerous options. He admitted it's possible for Crawford to beat Mayweather, though a younger, sharper Floyd could present a tougher puzzle.
Go ahead.
Did you believe or do you agree with the fact that Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford? Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually taking more in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley has openly said he believes Crawford could defeat Floyd Mayweather at his peak. He points to Crawford's intelligence, versatility, and timing. Bradley respects Mayweather's defensive genius and mobility, but still thinks Crawford has enough offensive and tactical weapons to close the distance and break through.
Terence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that in the Zab fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Shane did hurt him as well.
Yep.
And did he fight Shane? But did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
No.
Exactly.
And
Max,
Zab wasn't
exactly.
quite a Shane-level fighter. That's true. Listen, it'd be a great match.
Amir Khan has expressed deep respect for Crawford and believes he has a real chance of beating Mayweather Jr. Khan praises Crawford's timing, ability to break rhythm, make precise adjustments, and execute smart game plans. Reflecting on his own fight with Crawford, Khan described how Crawford frustrates opponents by making them miss by fractions of a second before punishing them with perfectly timed combinations. Khan also thinks Crawford surpasses many big names at welterweight and that even Mayweather's famed defense might struggle against Crawford's offense, ring IQ, and countering ability.
In the ring with him, even though towards after the 1-2 rounds I started getting my rhythm, but I have to say, one of the best fighters I've ever faced, honestly. And I've faced the likes of Canelo, and I was at boxing fighters like him. Every fight I've lost previously was when I was up on points, and obviously might have got caught with a good shot and got knocked out or whatever. But with Crawford, his timing was so on point. I mean, like, what a great fight he was, technician. And I'll always, look, I'm not a hater in any way. Look, even though the fight went the way it did, but I just think his timing was amazing, and just everything about the game plan he had for the fight. I mean, he's a brilliant fighter. You cannot take that away from him. And if he was to fight any welterweight, being Manny Pacquiao, being Errol Spence, being even Floyd Mayweather, I think Crawford would beat a lot of them, maybe all of them. Even and the only fight I would say for him would be a good fight technically would be someone like Mayweather. But I really think
Carl Frampton, the former two-division world champion, believes Terence Crawford did far more than just beat Canelo Alvarez. He also changed the perception of his relationship with Floyd Mayweather. Frampton says Crawford's performance against Canelo, especially his control of the pace and damage inflicted, shows he has reached a level where he could compete with Mayweather at his very best. He highlights Crawford's technical skills, ring generalship, and finishing power as qualities that echo the conversations once held about prime Mayweather.
Crawford is going to nick it. I think if he does nick it, it does kind of have to be a stinker. He has to move and use his feet. I think Canelo's feet aren't what they once were, but certainly he's a stronger man in the fight. I think we're going to see a very close one, possibly even a draw, but if you put a gun to my head, I would say Crawford in a close points decision.
You talk a bit about the fight maybe not catching fire in the way some were expecting. If Terence Crawford is to win the fight, does it have to be that sort of fight? And leading from that, can he hurt Canelo Alvarez?
I don't think so. I mean, look at the shots guys like Golovkin bounced off Canelo's head. It's almost like he's unhurtable. We seen him hurt by Miguel Cotto's brother a number of years ago, but that was it really, and he was a young boy. So I think that I don't expect to see Terence hurting or being able to hurt Canelo, but there's a way he can win the fight, and that is by outboxing him.
If Terence Crawford does win, as you're predicting, does he rival Alexander Usyk for that number 1 pound for pound spot?
I mean, you have to start. I've never really thought about it, but that's a good question, and he'd certainly be in.
Shakur Stevenson has clearly stated that Terence Crawford needs only one more defining fight to be recognized as one of the greatest fighters ever, especially after beating Canelo Alvarez. Stevenson praises Crawford's skills, movement, and ring IQ, saying these qualities can neutralize an opponent's offense and lead to victory. In his view, defeating a legend like Canelo isn't just another title. It's a turning point in boxing history. He believes this win cements Crawford's place among the all-time greats, leaving little room for critics.
Beats Canelo convincingly, right? Would you put him above Floyd, an all-time great?
See, I ain't
Give me a solid answer. Come on, Shakur. Don't dance around that, bro.
I can't get into that because at the end of the day, it's like...
But that's just an opinion.
It's opinionated.
Right,
Regardless,
I want your
it's
opinion.
opinionated. My opinion on it, I think Bud is the greatest of all time after doing this.
Okay.
But...
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Floyd is the greatest of all time in my eyes, too. Like, the shit I don't watch with him is like... He's one of my favorite fighters. So,
I know.
50-50.
Crawford himself has pushed back against constant comparisons to Floyd Mayweather, stressing that their styles and careers are not the same. He notes Mayweather fought in a different era, against different opponents and under different public expectations. Crawford says his focus is only on what he can control, improving his craft, choosing the right fights, and staying consistent. He believes proving himself in the ring against top-tier opponents matters more than comparing records or fantasy matchups. He views his achievements on their own terms rather than as direct parallels to Mayweather's.
Start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
many boxing experts have voiced frustration over Floyd Mayweather's recent exhibition bouts, saying they damage both his reputation and the sport's credibility. Critics point out that Mayweather often fights non-elite opponents, influencers, or YouTubers instead of real contenders, which strips these events of competitive value. Some see these fights as little more than cash grabs rather than true sporting contests. Oscar de la Hoya has been especially outspoken, calling some of the exhibitions embarrassing and harmful to boxing. Analysts question whether these matchups offer any entertainment beyond spectacle and argue they do nothing to showcase real skill.
But other than Leonard Ellerby is a boxing man. He knows deep down that was absolutely horrendous. And the other thing is as well, when you got a guy in the environment that we're living at the moment, right, after a tough year for a lot of people, to come out at the press conference and just basically laugh at people and say, I just took your money. It was a bank job. It was a heist. It was like I conned you into, I mean, those pay-per-views in America, I think they were like $60. I mean, he basically just took the piss out of the fans. But I don't blame him, he made an absolute fortune. Good luck to him. I'm not having a go at Floyd Mayweather. I'm just a fan who's allowed to give my opinion. Absolutely dreadful. Even Floyd Mayweather was embarrassed at the press conference after. He basically said, I'm not doing that again. The biggest winner was Logan Paul. I mean, he's just gone 8 rounds with Floyd Mayweather. And actually, at times...
Do you think he got knocked out and held up?
No, I think at times Floyd Mayweather was actually really trying. But anyway, it was what it was. But it all comes back to the pressure is on us. Not us as in me and Matchroom, but it is on boxing. If we don't make good fights, you're going to see more and more of this. Because if Gervonta Davis against Mara Barros is doing 100,000 buys, and Andy Ruiz against Areola is doing 80,000 buys or 100,000 buys, and you got that doing 1 million, what are the broadcasters going to want? That. We have to save boxing. We, not just me, all of us. And the fighters have got to step up, the managers have got to step up, the trainers have got to step up. We've got to pay the money for these guys to have real fights. And that's what you'll see at Fight.
Promoter Eddie Hearn also slammed one of Mayweather's exhibitions as absolutely horrendous, saying such events hurt boxing's image. Stephen A. Smith criticized Mayweather for selecting inferior opponents, accusing him of prioritizing money over his boxing legacy. In a direct conversation, Smith even asked Mayweather whether he valued wealth more than his reputation.
It comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match, all right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't see just anybody on the basketball court playing against LeBron James. He won't do it. He doesn't have to. It's a waste of his time. You might see footages of Dwayne Wade training his son. You don't see Dwayne Wade playing against just anybody. He's not doing it.
Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson are scheduled to meet in an exhibition bout in spring 2026. This announcement has sparked intense discussion, with many boxers questioning the legitimacy and value of such fights. Mayweather defends his exhibitions as a legal way to stay active and earn on his own terms, saying retirement should mean freedom to choose what to do and when. He argues these events allow longtime fans and new audiences alike to see him perform. He also compares making big money from exhibitions to other celebrities who continue building wealth and influence later in life.
Buy, you buy, pick up a couple dollars. You know, they upset. See, they upset because I'm able to milk the game. I'm smart, kept all my faculties, made a lot of smart investments. So, you know, when great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart, Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay. A young kid like myself from the inner city, from the ghetto, I worked my way to the top. I was able to leave boxing on my own terms and keep all my faculties, kept a lot of my money. So they're upset that I'm able to go out there and continue to make 40 and 50 and 60 million outside the ring. You can't get mad. Yo, listen, this is what God wanted.
Calls from boxing insiders for Floyd Mayweather not to fight Terence Crawford are not just empty talk. Crawford's recent performances have shifted the conversation about who's truly at the top. Promoters like Bob Arum now believe Crawford could beat Mayweather at his best. Many experts think a fight between them today would harm Mayweather's legacy more than help it, unless he somehow regained his prime reflexes and hunger. Rather than risking his reputation, some suggest it's safer to let Crawford create his own story.
What's up, fight fans? Prime for prime. Who wins a fight, Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Bud Crawford? Bob Arum says Bud. Do you agree?
For prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really? Why?
Because Crawford is a unique kind of fighter that other fighters haven't seen. And the ability that he has, the switch, you know, fighters aren't used to that. They don't train for that. I just think Crawford is a very, very unique talent.
What do you think? If they ever fought, does Crawford have what it takes to beat Mayweather? Or is Mayweather still unbeatable? Share your thoughts in the space below.